Hey guys, and welcome back to Gentle Mental Healing Out Loud, episode 2. I am your host, Arissa, and I'm so glad that you're here. I am recording today, Saturday, and I'm dropping it tomorrow. Very Aries of me, but I am just going to say I am glad that I'm here because I feel like I tend to get bored with things and kind of fall off. But I want this and I want to be consistent with this. So here we are on a Saturday and I'm dropping tomorrow. So if you listened to my first podcast, which was just an introduction of who I am so you guys could get to know me, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I can't say it enough. So before I dive in, I do want to say that I am not a licensed therapist or a mental health professional. Everything I share here comes from my personal experiences in my own healing journey. So if you are struggling with mental health, I encourage you to reach out to a qualified professional or someone that you trust. This podcast is here to offer comfort, reflection, and connection, but it's never a replacement for professional care. So we're going to talk about healing today. It's been on my mind. It's on my mind actually every day. There's probably not a day that goes by that I don't think about healing. But I just want to dive in and talk about how it's not easy. And I feel like a lot of people make it look easy on social media and make it seem like it's just journaling or going to church or bubble baths, self-care. It's so much more than that. And honestly, you can do those things. That's perfectly fine. But I feel like the raw part of healing is crying. It can be for days, sitting in silence, not hanging with friends, doing things by yourself. It's hard. It's very hard. And I am not only healing from my recent experiences that I've went through, I feel like I'm definitely healing from things that also happened in my childhood. And honestly, healing is fun. I'm learning to have fun with this because no one's going to do it for me. And I am going to say that I am so grateful because no matter what I've gone through, whether that was in my past relationships or my past friendships or my childhood, middle school, high school, all of those, no matter what I've gone through, it has never, ever given me an excuse to treat someone like crap. And I'm grateful for that. I have a heart of gold and it'll remain that way no matter what I go through. I've been in relationships where I was cheated on every other day. Who knows? And I can still love the next person like I had never been cheated on, like I had never been hurt. Because that person doesn't deserve that. I would never use that anger from what I went through and put it on to a new person. And I feel like a lot of people do those things and they may not mean to. Like, we're human, like we all make mistakes, but I know for a fact that I show up with kindness, whether that's in a relationship, a friendship, like crossing paths, like I show up with kindness. So I am grateful for the heart that I have. And I'm so grateful that I get to share my life with you guys. So just keep in mind that healing is not a straight line. It is not something you can do in a day, a week, a month, a year, 3 years. Like, healing can take a long time and you really, really have to be patient with yourself. So I want to talk a little bit about how I deal with it, how I'm gravitating and overcoming the obstacles of healing, because it's hard. I have my days, my really good days, and I have my really bad days. I will wake up some mornings and feel amazing. And I'm just like, I'm good. Like, everything that goes through my head constantly, I won't be thinking about. And I'll be doing things that I enjoy, and I'm laughing and I'm having a good time. And the next day, I'm like 10 steps backwards. I'm crying. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. I'm trying to understand why I went through the things that I had to go through. And then I have like the worst sleep of my life because I'm hard on myself. I'm hard on myself because I think about the day before, and I'm sorry. I think about the day before and I'm like, you were so good. Like, you weren't healed, but like, you were doing so good. And I need to just like take a step back sometimes on my bad days and think like, literally look how far I've come. And I had to realize that it's not going to be fixed in a day. It's not going to be fixed in a month. It's not going to be fixed in a year. This is a work in progress. So you really got to be patient with yourself. And I'm learning to do that myself. But I am just grateful that I'm still here and I'm able to do this. But just remember to be patient. Like, I think I heard something the other day where it was like, a girl was basically telling a story about God. Oh, okay. Basically what she was saying was, when you order something online, you don't get it as soon as you order it. When you order something online, they have to receive your order. They have to package your order. They have to ship your order. It takes a few days to get to you. Like, it's the same thing with healing. Except in this situation, she was talking about God. Like, he's going to come through. Like, he is going to come through for you. So I feel like healing would be the same way. You got to put in your order. You got to put in the work. You just have to wait it out. So I'm learning that myself, but the way she explained that, it really helped. And I feel like when I hear positive things or I read positive things, it really helps. So that's why I no longer have a TV in my room, and I don't want one, because I'd rather read a book or listen to a podcast. Just do and listen to more positive things instead of being stuck into the TV. Now, don't get me wrong. I have movie nights with my sister. We watch movies, we watch shows, but for the most part, if I'm in my room, it's me pouring into me in my room. So it is constant work, but it's worth it. It's very worth it. I feel like the more positive you try to be, and just the more positive you speak about yourself, and let yourself know that the things that you went through were not your fault. And deep down, if you are a good person, you know who you are at the end of the day. You know yourself better than anybody. And if you know at the end of the day that you were a good person and just got treated badly, it's crazy. It's crazy to say that because I was just thinking, like, if you're a good person, but people are bad to you, but I'm going through this. Like, I am going through these emotions of sadness, anger, because someone else treated me unkindly, even though I was kind to them. I feel like it's always going to be like that. And those people that are unkind or have treated you unkind walk around freely with no accountability and act like they never did anything, like a victim mentality. I've dealt with so many people like that. And I pray every day that I don't run into anybody else like that. Like my energy is going to be so protected now because I'm so loving and I'm such an open person and I'm so like inviting. Like when I meet people, I assume they're good. And I feel like that's not a bad thing. But I assume that they would never do anything to hurt me because I assume that if you treat others the way you want to be treated, there's no harm. And I grew up like that. My mother raised me like that. You treat people how you want to be treated. And that's what I've always done. She literally beat it into my head that you can be pretty, but it matters what's on the inside. If you're ugly on the inside, then you're not pretty. And so I grew up pretty on the inside and the outside because my mom refused to raise a mean girl, a nasty girl. And I'm grateful for that. I didn't understand it when I was little. I thought she was being mean. But I understand it now as an adult. And all through elementary school, middle school, high school, I was bullied. People were not nice to me. I was pretty and I was kind. And I think even to this day, when I meet strangers and they see me on social media, they assume that I'm a mean girl and I'm stuck up and I'm all these things. I've heard so many things. And then they meet me and they're like, oh my God. One, like, you're prettier in person. Two, like, you're so nice. Like, what the heck? And I'm just like, that's why you don't judge a book by its cover. You have to get to know people. And so I know what that feels like. So when I meet people, I just love them. Like, I just love them because I'm just like, I know what it feels like to be treated like crap. I've dealt with it my entire life. So when I invite people into my life and they eventually show their true colors, I'm devastated because I'm like, what happened? What went wrong? Because I know that every action, or at least every action, and at least when I'm saying something, I tend to think about a person before I do that, before I speak, or before I do something. Because like I said, I know what it feels like to have things done to me that I don't like. So I think about others. And nowadays in this grown-up age, it's just people, I feel like they don't think before they speak or think before they act. And I'm still the same as I was as a kid. So as you get older, as you're healing, as you're growing, as you're evolving, you will learn to protect your space. You will learn to protect your peace. And I'm not going to lie, some days it gets lonely because you will realize that you are surrounding yourself around all these people that you think are your friends, that you think you're super close to. And when you start to heal and you start to grow and you start to evolve and these people start to fall off, just think of it as protection. Rejection is protection. And I am learning that. I love my space. I love me being in my space. And my baby back there. I love being in my space. And I do have my sisters. I'm so grateful for them. I have amazing sisters. And I'm learning who my people are. I'm 31 years old and I am finally realizing who my people are. So I'm such a crybaby. I feel like a lot of my episodes are going to be me almost bawling my eyes out, but it's a rough journey. So find your people, and if people that you have been around start to fall off, it's a reason. It's a reason because they're not supposed to go to the next level with you, and that is okay. It is okay. Feeling lonely is okay because you literally have yourself. No one is going to heal for you. No one is going to love you how you love you. That's friendship, that's relationship, family. You have you. And I'm learning that, and it feels so good. So, yeah, just be careful who you surround yourself with because people are very mean. People are very hurtful. People are going through their own things. But just remember, even if those people are going through things, it never, ever should give them the right to treat other people like crap. Ever. So, it's not a you problem. It's a them problem. So, it's not our problem. It's their problem. But, let's see. That was a lot. I just got out. I feel like I'm also tired. I made some tea, but it's probably cold by now. But long story short, don't beat yourself up. Be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your mind. That's why I called this podcast Gentle Mental, because I am very hard on myself. Like a lot. And the time that I'm taking for myself right now has made me realize that nothing was ever wrong with me. It was the people that I was allowing to be around me and drain my energy. There was nothing ever wrong with me. I have always been a good person. I will remain a good person. But I will tell you this. When you're in a bad situation and someone is not treating you good, the best thing to do is walk away. Say nothing. And to this day, I get so angry, infuriated, because I feel like in the moments that I was disrespected in front of my face, I didn't say anything. And to me, sometimes I feel like my mind plays tricks on me and is basically like, you didn't stick up for yourself. Like, why wouldn't you stick up for yourself? But I'm coming to an understanding that as sucky as it sounds to say that I was being the bigger person, because I'm tired of being the bigger person, especially when the person's older than me, I was being the bigger person. And that just shows how much heart I have, how much class I have to be able to just walk away and shut that person out, no matter what they did, what they said. And part of me some days is so angry because there's just things that I wanted to say. There's things that I wanted to do. But then who would I be if I returned that energy? I would be just as bad as them. So think about it that way. Do you want to be like that person that doesn't want to heal, that doesn't want to change, that pretends to be someone that they're not, a bad person behind closed doors, but pretends to be a good person in the public? I don't want to be like that. I love who I am. I love who I am. And I can be myself around any and everybody. I don't have to pretend. I don't. What you see is what you get. And I am grateful that I was able to just walk away and not return that energy. Because I'd probably still feel really bad inside if I did that. So those are my bad days, is being angry at myself for not saying anything or not reacting. But that's usually what those people want you to do. They want you to react. It's like adding fuel to their fire by you reacting off their disrespect. But instead, I'm blocking you on everything. You will never get the chance to sit at my table. You will never get the chance to be around me again, ever. And at the end of the day, that's not my loss. It's not, because I know I'm a good friend. And I know that at the end of the day, my heart was in a good place. So you really can't be mad at yourself for being a bigger person in situations where you could have stooped to their level. So keep your kind heart and just know that those are not your people. You'll know who your people are. They won't show up overnight. They won't show up in a month. Who knows when they'll show up? But you'll know who your people are. So I think that's enough today. I'm tired and I'm feeling a little emotional. It's my time of the month. So I hope that the things that I talk about, my voice, can resonate with you. I hope that it brings you comfort. I hope it brings you clarity. I hope that it helps you see things differently if you are going through something. And I'm just gonna cry. Continue to be a good person. And don't let people ruin your peace because they can't find theirs. That is not your problem. It's their problem. So continue to be who you are, the real you that can be themselves in front of any and everybody. And those that have done wrong to you, us, the mask always come off. The mask always come off. It's just not our job to pull it off. So I'm gonna go get rest. I want to thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for watching Gentle Mental Healing Out Loud. I will be dropping an episode every Sunday. Feel free to add me on Instagram at The Gentle Mental Club. You can add me on YouTube at The Gentle Mental Club. And just remember, be gentle with yourself and you matter.